Hello. Today's Parsha that we'll be talking about is Beha'alotcha, when you raise the light. In honor of Pride Month, I dedicate this teaching to my brilliantly intelligent, funny, devoted, loyal, and intensely creative friend, Rachel Pollack, who identified as herself all of her life. May this teaching be in her merit to teach us that the highest goal we can achieve in life is to find the strength and resolve to be yourself and to take an interest in who others are, to treat them with respect and kindness. Rachel did this through everything she did: creative writing instruction, dynamic therapeutic tarot readings, and her lectures on Torah, as well as various world traditions and myths. In Numbers chapter 8, verse 1 and 2, it says, God spoke to Moses, saying, "Speak to Aaron and say to him, when you raise the lamps, let the 7 lamps give light at the front of the lampstand." A more modern take on this introduction might sound like this: curtain up, light the lights, you've got nothing to hit but the heights. You'll be great, you'll be swell, just you wait, I can tell. So why does the Torah say to raise the light? Why doesn't it just say when you kindle the light? Rashi says, when you raise the light, it's to teach us that the lamplighter must hold the flame to the wick until the flame arises of its own accord. You don't just light the wick and leave. You wait for the flame to rise on its own. And this is how kindness lights somebody up. When we connect with another, we're bringing our light to them and they're lit up. Sforno, 15th century, says that facing the lamp on the center shaft so that the flames will point in this direction from the respective side of the menorah. Then and only then, all 7 lamps will fulfill their function of illuminating and being the conduits of spiritual light descending on the Jewish people. What do the lights on the left and right indicate? Well, one can say that the lights on the left indicate concern for the physical, material needs we have, and the lights on the right side indicate our spiritual needs. The menorah thus symbolizes the balance of vessels and light, work and prayer, as well as the light within the doing. All efforts, both physical and spiritual, focus on an effort to connect with Hashem. I found this week's Haftarah portion also emphasizes this message from Zechariah chapter 4, verses 1 through 7. And the angel that spoke with me returned and woke me as a person that is wakened out of one's sleep. And he said to me, "You see?" And I said, "I've seen it. Wow, a candlestick all of gold with a bowl upon it. And it's 7 lamps, and there's 7 pipes, 2 olive trees by it, one on the right side of the bowl and on the other, the left side." And I answered and spoke to the angel that spoke with me, saying, "What are these?" Then the angel spoke to me and answered, "You don't know what these are?" And I said, "No." Then he answered and spoke to me, saying, "This is the word of the Lord to Zerubbabel, saying, not by might, not by power, but by my spirit, said the Lord of hosts." The 2 olive trees symbolize Joshua the high priest and Zerubbabel the civil head, and who between them brought light and happiness to the people. And that's according to 12th century David Kimchi. Again, we see the balance between spiritual and physical. The 7 lamps can also represent the 7 soul attributes: Chesed, Gevurah, Tiferet, Netzach, Hod, Yesod, and Malchut. Loving kindness, restraint, harmony, perseverance, humility, integrity, and sovereignty. The menorah is hammered out of one piece, not several pieces welded together, indicating that all of Israel is connected as a unified whole, expressing different qualities. We're all different, but we come from the same source. The cups on the menorah represent receptacles that collect spiritual energy from the upper realms and then spill out into the world at large, irrigating it with positive influence. And that's from Rabbi Bachya ben Asher. Aaron lights the lamps, an earthly duty to represent finding the holy in the ordinary. God's glory is hidden in this world for the sake of humans' service. That's from the Sfat Emet. And in Proverbs chapter 20, verses 27, it's written, the candle of God is the soul of man. Adlai Stevenson famously eulogized Eleanor Roosevelt with the statement, it is better to light a candle than curse the darkness, and her glow has warmed the world. Aaron raised up all the souls of Israel. He held the light to the wick until it lit up on its own. Each individual needs to work on their own process to go from inspiration to action. You can buy a self-help book or listen to an inspiring teacher, but you need to work on incorporating the teachings into your life. That takes inner work that only an individual can do. The true reward of work is an intrinsic nature. The following quote that I found on Facebook sums up this teaching. To inspire people, don't show them your superpowers, show them theirs. Why does God need us to light candles? Why does God need us to make more light? God made light. God had the idea to create light. In this parsha, it says, and Aaron did as Hashem had commanded him. Vayehi Cain. So let's go back to Bereshit when God said, let there be light. Yahi or, and there was light. The other days are affirmed with Vayehi Cain, and it was thus. Rabbi Raphael Benjamin Levine, 20th century, writes that from the fact that it says, and there was light, and it doesn't say Vayehi Cain after God's command, let there be light, the rabbis learn that though there was light, it was only some of the light that God originally wanted to give us. The majority of the light was hidden away, the Or Ganuz, for Aaron to reveal. When Aaron, the high priest, lit the menorah, he brought us the light that God originally wanted to give us. God's instruction to raise the lights tells us that when we shine our authentic light, we give others permission and hopefully the courage to shine their own light that sadly is often hidden away, and to shine it with pride. Like the army advertisement says, be all that you can be. We continue to honor the sacred lighting with the Hanukkah lights. As mentioned earlier, the menorah had 3 lights on either side of a central light. They can be compared to the 6 work days and Shabbos. When you kindle the lamps, the 6 work days focused on material needs. We need to ensure that, like Motel 6, we'll keep the lights on. Devarti.